Good morning everyone. So as we know that UGC has passed a new draft in this year 2025. So here I am going to discuss some cons of this new draft. So first of all, this draft says that after a 4 years of bachelor's degree, you can directly do a PhD. Yes, it says. So where goes the master's degree? It's if after a 4 years bachelor's, you can do a PhD, then is the master's degree irrelevant? Is the master's degree that so many students have tried so hard to get a seat in, is studying so hard, is a new draft calling that master degree irrelevant? Is it what it is? If you think this statement is shocking, let me take you to the next one. So here again it says that suppose, for example, I have a bachelor's degree in SMEs, a master's degree in SMEs, but I suddenly decide that I am going to pursue a PhD in a different subject. For example, let's say political science. Now when I go for a job, a recruitment process, what do you think I'll get the job for? Your obvious answer will be, I should get a job for SMEs since I have a bachelor's and master's in that subject. But no, this new draft says that you can have a bachelor's and master's in a different subject, but since you have PhD in one subject, you can get job in that subject. Imagine a new teacher walks in your classroom, right? And that person have not pursued bachelor's or master's in your subject that he or she is going to teach. What will happen to the education system? What will happen to the quality education? What will happen to the life of the students? Disastrous, right? So moving on, when we talk about this, about the recruitment, another thing is promotion. How are professors going to be promoted? So they say there is a major focus on research. Now it's good, all good, but when you say about research facilities, research qualities, it is a very advantageous situation for the people living in an urban area, for the institutions in cities or towns like let's say Guwahati or any other metropolitan city. It's good, they will have a lot of research facility. The institutions situated in urban areas will have a lot of research facilities. But what about the colleges and universities in the rural areas? How will they have the research facility? They will not. So does that mean that those professors will not be promoted? Those professors have worked equally hard, but they doesn't have the infrastructure because they doesn't have the proper funding. But will that be a barrier for the promotion? Talking of educational institute, when you think of an academic institution, who do you think is the head is? The vice chancellor, right? So when you think of a hospital, who should look after a hospital? A doctor. A industry, who should look after industry? An industrial person. So who should look after an academic institute? Obviously somebody from the academia field, right? But here this new draft is saying that no, to look after the education institute, the vice chancellor doesn't necessarily be need to from the academic background. She can be a distinguished personnel from other backgrounds. Now how is this gonna work? A person who doesn't belong to the field of academia, how is he or she going to look after something so vast where academics is concerned? This will create a lot of friction, and this friction will finally break apart our education system, and it will break so bad that you cannot fix it together again. The things that this draft is stating may look good in paper, may look good in the book, but when in theory, it is not an ideal situation. This draft has to be properly revised before it is implemented in a country like India. So I'd request the University Grants Commission to look this draft properly and make the necessary changes and amendments and not just pass it into a bill, because this will destroy our education system. This is a humble request from a student myself. Please look for this bill. And right now, I cannot support this bill at all. Thank you so much.